I am back once again a little later than usual because, well, I was busy on Friday evening and I couldn't go on Saturday evening due to a birthday. So then we round back to Sunday. Today. Right now. And usually because it's Friday, because this is the Friday stream moved to Sunday, we're gonna do some Stormworks, working on more boat stuff. I was here with Simulator 6 and Brodo, so fun times lay ahead.
You would be a fan of that.
Hello again.
Hello.
Welcome to the Scuffed podcast.
Also, I need to turn
Oh
my
wait,
extra light
more
on.
singing.
Because I guess we have subjects today.
Like what?
Well, apparently, Jim is now using AI to reply to his YouTube comments.
I am not.
Well,
And I-
Why would I?
that
YouTube
that's
is
probably the longest return to sender I've ever gotten.
YouTube is pushing AI though.
Yes, it's very unfortunate.
Yes. I don't want AI in the. I mean, AI of course has existed for longer than it has been, like, longer than it is right now. I mean, video games have had AI.
Is that's not really what we consider AI, though, is it nowadays?
Not these days. No, AI is seen as ChatGPT, Gemini.
What you're more referring to is NPCs.
Yes, advanced NPCs basically.
Which,
But yeah,
well, yeah, but they never really went further than. Actually, that's an interesting thing. Are they ever gonna use like AI instead of NPCs?
the way this,
'Cause the thing
this
with-
is going.
AI is that you cannot control the outcome anymore, per se. So I don't know if that'd be
Well,
useful at all.
You can limit the outcome.
Depends a bit on the game, I guess. But for the most part, if you want to tell a story, no. Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
It also greatly depends on, like,
There's two of them now. Stupid casts.
you can also not limit. You can't really decide the output, but you can limit it. You can say, all right, you have to respond to it within these set parameters. You can do that with AI, but you can't really say you
Yeah,
have to.
but
Yeah,
if
but the
you
thing
want to
is,
tell a
there's actually
story-
workarounds.
Yeah. Also,
Like
it is
AI can be tricked without even too much. Like,
oh
I get-
please.
The only reason I would see it is if you would build a character, right? And you would use AI to give you answers for that character.
Yeah, I mean, we all
But
know the
I don't know why you would.
magnificent trick that people use with AI, but I'm saying you shouldn't do this, like, as an actual thing. Like, if you ask, let's say you ask AI how to make a bomb, they will say
Oh yeah, this.
you can't. But what? Oh yeah. But
Oh crap.
if you then ask how do I avoid making a bomb, it says don't mix these ingredients together.
Yeah, that's
Meaning-
always pretty funny.
It has just become incredibly simple for you to do said thing that AI is not programmed to do.
Yeah, I guess we can go back to the topic we were talking about, Jim. So, you know Sora, Jules,
AI?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the new video model.
yeah.
Do you know how they launched Sora?
No.
they forgot to add regulations.
Oh
they
yeah, that
didn't
stuff.
give it any restrictions for
Yeah, but it's also
48 hours.
up to governments to do it. Although then you
Well,
reach the
no,
point is
because the literal slogan of the company is that they do AI safe.
yeah, without limits. That is not safe.
No, with limits. They have always had limits with previous AI models.
Hmm.
They just kind of didn't for the first 48 hours though. And
Yeah.
after there was like a bunch of bad press about it, and then they were like, you know what, maybe we should do this.
Yeah, it's AI. I mean, I prefer not to use it, even though if it means that I get to do a lot more work, I'd rather do the extra work than use AI.
Yeah. I mean, depends on the work, but
Purely because, well, it has been proven to make people dumber. Because instead of having to think and do the research, actually, you basically get, oh well, let me ask ChatGPT, and they get an answer.
mm-hmm.
So the
I
entire
mean,
researching and
what do you
learning
think
bit,
then of using an AI as a search engine?
yeah,
I know you have been doing that a lot, right, Jim?
Oh,
Or at least a little bit.
when I can't find it on Google.
Yeah. Although
Which
Google is AI now as well, but
yes, well, but that one is not always
accurate.
uh,
AI overview is absolutely the wrong thing to ask questions. So to ask
F
questions.
FP fingerprints.
Joel,
It's done.
we're done. The hole is done.
But also, like,
It's not a hole yet though. Like
it's an indentation.
yes.
I have worked like probably more than a month and a half to make one indentation.
Wow.
Now, am I gonna
Right.
mine this or am I gonna blow this up?
I'd say blow.
I'll probably blow it up.
Maybe try
Let
suck
me get
first.
some.
Nothing.
Oh, is this where you fight the guy? Yeah, that guy. The corrupted monkey thing.
Guy is a thing.
No, a guy has a thing.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah,
He just
that seems fair, but I guess he is a thing now.
I mean, what else do I call him? I mean, I guess he has a name, but I don't remember his name.
What do I call him? I guess he has a name.
Where you at?
Also, I have
That
chocolate.
one scene from the new Superman movie. Gary is a name.
What?
No? Okay.
I haven't seen that movie.
Well, I haven't seen the full thing, but I've seen some clips. It seems okay-ish. It's very different from the last ones, but I guess that was the point.
This thing. Macaque. Macaque?
Macaque? What?
I don't know. How do you pronounce that word?
I don't know.
I assume it's like macaque.
Google Translate. Like that is doing research by looking things up yourself instead of asking for it.
Okay, plant my lantern. Get my boys. Get the last focus point. Obliterate his ass. He dodged! You bitch! He dodged again! Oh, never mind, he left. We had another situation of he was defeated. but he didn't know.
You've been
Our
beaten. You just
favorites.
don't know it yet.
Yeah, no, okay, so what I talked about, how I can, like, combine with my clones, right, and make them all do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
I dealt so much damage that the boss didn't realize he was dead.
Ooh.
Because, like, he had to, like, finish his animation. But normally he would have enough health to, you know, do the animation.
More chocolate. Because here in the Netherlands, because you have a certain celebration, which was quite controversial, we also have chocolate
Is
in the
it
shape.
still? Didn't we get over that?
Some people still bring
yeah.
it up.
Next political hot take. Bring Zwarte back, please.
Okay, but here's my question though. It's Sinterklaas Strudel, right?
Yeah.
They went over
Yeah.
to, like, the, you know, the less offensive version, I suppose. But what
Yeah.
if a black actor wants to join in?
This is that same thing as the
Are they allowed?
as like the what
Otherwise,
was
it would be
what's that
racism.
Yeah,
Snow
if
White?
it's yeah.
With the Snow White movie, we had the same thing
I suppose, yeah.
because there was the one actor that was like, yeah, no, it's offensive to use dwarves, and then
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, what was his name again? He was a dwarf actor himself.
yeah, he is one himself, so it's still kind of weird to me, but
Where am I
I know the
supposed
name,
to
it just
go?
I know the
yeah.
face, but I don't quite remember the name.
No, me neither. I think he was in Harry Potter.
Was he
Peter
also not
Dinklage.
in
Yeah.
Jim?
Yeah.
I think the glass
What?
texture may be glitched.
Uh,
How? I would take a
Um,
screenshot of
so-
this.
uh,
no, I know exactly what's happened. So, Jules, for the 1.2110 mods folder, we can't use continuity because it isn't out yet. But I
Mhm.
found an alternative which uses a texture pack. I think it
Continuity
now
also
has
uses texture pack,
applied
though.
the texture pad of the other mod to continuity, and then you get this shit apparently.
It does look kind of cool.
Oh, because you're still in the old version now, yeah.
Yeah.
It does look kind of cool though.
But I should, if I go to reserve, yeah, if I remove that and then done, it should be fine. Done, back to game. Oh,
Right. But
why
what am I supposed
it
to
has
do?
now removed smooth glass textures altogether. That's, well, we should
Yeah,
be
because
updating.
one of them, because continuity gives you a texture pack as well.
Yeah, but where did
But I
that
don't.
text-
So maybe you disable that one.
Yeah, here, this one.
Yeah. That.
Done.
Yeah. Huh.
Maybe I need
I
to
don't know.
relog
I
for that.
guess they just interfere.
Yeah, maybe.
Where am I meant to go? Hold on.
Hold
There's-
on.
there's
let
nothing
me
here.
reopen. Let's see what happens.
Barometer. There. Also, I know
No.
what I'm gonna do.
Oh well,
next
it doesn't
evening.
really matter. I presume we're gonna like update today or at least soon. So it should be
Depends
fine.
on how long I stream. Because I assume the update is gonna take a bit. Then we're gonna have to see if everything still works. If
Well,
nothing
the
has
mod
reset.
folders. I've already tested the mod pack I sent you, Jules.
Yeah, but if it's
I've already
server
run
ready as
that.
well.
Well,
Because the
why would
server
that
needs to be
matter?
updated. And that can be a
Oh, I see.
slight thing.
How so?
Well, I don't know. We have to make sure that all the mods that we're planning on
Oh,
putting in
there's
on
stairs.
there are actually on there.
What mods are we planning to put in there? 'Cause when are we putting mods on the server?
Optimization, right? Have we got some optimization
Yeah.
mods?
Optimization
You mean
mods.
like sodium and stuff?
Like we have to make sure that that is on the server, that everything's still up and running, still functional.
Yeah. Well, sodium is definitely already up to 1.2110. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's also what the
Can we get fabric? Not fabric, the carpet mod on the server?
you just want to make building a whole lot easier, I guess.
Yeah, that, but also some optimization stuff.
I guess see if it is a possibility. It might be smart to get many involved with this as well.
Yeah, still don't know why, but yeah.
I can understand.
I understand from her perspective, but I don't agree. Let's put it that way.
Fair point.
So maybe I should switch this creeper farm I'm running now out for the new one, because that'll be a lot better.
You mean the one that requires jumping every?
Oh shit! I forgot. I need to let my cousin know I'm coming over. Maybe if I can.
There may be a smart move, yeah.
Because he has a baby, and I want to see the baby.
Why? It's a baby. All they do is cry shit.
Well, the real reason I'm coming over is for their cat. But
spoiler
enough.
alert, it's Bolt.
they have a good kitty.
Ah, you're just there for the pussy. I see.
Yeah. Where is my cousin?
Not at your place.
All right. Hi, Bart. That's what should be capitalized. Bart. Okay, I should not spell this in English.
Alright, now I need to exchange this one for this one. See, now we can... Now we basically have those units. These are basically the AC units. You have in and out, both done with this. I have a notepad that says that in is going to be CO2, nitrogen, and pressure. Because I'm going to take the approach the company I work for also does with the software. Is instead of just saying, make it do stuff, they give you a detailed explanation of what needs to be done. Like what needs to happen. And I think that writing it down might make it take a little bit more time, but might also speed things up.
I might do some optimization to the creeper farm at some point, because I don't quite like how long the killing takes. Shouldn't be too hard to convert this to like to
More chocolate.
a drop system.
Oh, is this where we get to meet the beautiful man? Yup, there he is.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, are these units even centered? No.
I'm a bad monkey now.
Bad monkey.
Yeah.
Bad monkey.
Also, I have a large can. Because I went shopping today. Or at least partially. I also need to wash my car because when driving home
What do you mean you
Friday.
What do you mean you went shopping partially? What does that entail?
Well, I basically went to the mall with my sister and a boyfriend, then I went to one store with them, then they continued on and I went to go wash the car because while driving home Friday evening, I drove behind a vehicle of some description that I don't know how it works or what. I can only describe it with it had 3 tracks that it ran on, not wheels, actual tracks. And it was digging up a bunch of clay from the side of the
Curious.
road. And probably cleaning the road as well. Basically conditioning it a little bit more, so yeah. Probably because of the sheer amount of farmers that live in that area that are currently busy with their harvests.
Oh, yes.
Wait, actually, now that I think about it, the upcoming boss is a long. Surely it gives me long pearls, right?
So I basically suffered behind there, and then I got clay all over my car. Yay. It was kind of annoying.
Jules,
Yes.
you want that sand, right?
Red sand, specifically? Yeah.
Have you checked the storage at the farm?
No.
Well, there might be 10 shulker boxes here.
10.
Yes.
Then I wouldn't look at the biome near 00.
Did you dug out 00?
No, not entirely, but close to there. I mean, I even named it with the minimap. I named it Bald Spot because just this massive area now where there is no red sand at all. It's all just terracotta. Whoops.
Whoopsie. Basically. Oh. Well, I could use the red sand right now, Jules, to make the TNT.
You could, but that would mean the bald spot will be even bolder and larger.
I could also go to the sand and take one of the like 26 or 26 shulker boxes that's in here.
Why is the
could
first
also
thing
do
that
that.
pops into my head is that that thing in Elden Ring where Morgoth goes emboldened by the flame of him, but now just this emboldened.
Bold.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
When the
The
flame of
flame of
ambition burns
ambition.
your hair off.
Sounds a little dramatic.
They've been
Morgoth
involved.
is very dramatic.
I can hear that.
Foul, tarnished. Wait, can I do the accent? Actually, it doesn't have much of an accent, but like. Foul, tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Where's the checkpoint? What the fuck? Oh.
Doesn't this room have?
Have it writ upon thine meager grave. Felled by King Morgoth. Lost of all kings.
Yeah, I have no clue what you're on about, mate.
Morgoth quotes.
I guess he's off his meds again.
I don't use meds anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
that-
That's
that-
why you're.
Yeah, that we've been noticing.
That explains.
You've never noticed me with meds.
Yeah, but we know you're off
Moet
them
je
now, so.
nagaan. Moeten we nagaan en Jules hoe
Yeah.
rustig hij anders kon zijn.
Yes. How much?
Hij is
Well, they
anders
don't work
nooit
anymore.
rustig.
Like they don't work anymore unless I start actually taking like a shitload of them.
So as long as you overdose, it should be fine.
Yeah, how about I don't?
Understandable.
But why not?
Cause
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
healthy. Cause then I
probably
won't.
don't.
Then I won't eat enough.
You just forget to eat, or you won't be hungry.
No. So these medicine they also made you like less hungry. And then until they don't work anymore, which is like, you know, a couple hours later, and then suddenly you're very hungry.
And they're like, oh yeah, you're not hungry 2 hours later. Yeah, you forget to eat it the last 2 hours. Consume a whole bread. It's something like that, where it's just consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So surely this long drops long pearls, right?
That, as the name would suggest, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm in the meantime building an air conditioning system. A ship-wide air conditioning system.
Is that where the English word for long comes from?
What?
Or did the Chinese call them long because they're long?
No idea.
I'm gonna die. Can you fuck off? I'm trying to set up my shit here. There you go. Stand still for a moment.
Bumps are here.
Okay, the bamboo box is a little ridiculous, Jules.
I'm dead.
That's gonna be my bamboo farm.
Yeah, I noticed. You finally started decorating the iron farm. You have made a slight miscalculation.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't know
that's
if
just
you're
a buddy.
aware, but there is like a box here which can well spawn.
What happened to your audio?
His audio for me it was fine.
But
Me,
what
it
happened
wasn't.
to what happened to your audio? I guess.
Yeah, no, I can't put anything in a box that is spawnable.
Do you mind if I steal a couple logs?
Depends on how much.
I
Depends
fucked it
what,
up again.
Depends on what kind.
I'm thinking like 8 to make a couple chests.
Fair enough.
Ow. Okay, come here. You stop and come here.
Also, should I still look into buying a short shifter or short throw shifter for my car? So that I can specifically shift faster in a car that is slow as fuck, but I don't care.
You are asking this question for a Renault Clio, which is not exactly a
Twingo.
performance car, no.
A Clio can
Twingo.
actually be decently
Come here,
fast.
dude.
Yeah, it could
But a
be if it was
Twingo-
less French.
I mean, that 24 hours for the Nürburgring is gonna have a Twingo racing.
Yeah, not exactly a production model now, is it?
Well, it is a first generation, and they did modify it to comply with the specifications.
Well, yeah, they have to.
Wait, I should also switch out to the. Would the fan work on this thing?
There we go. All right. Let's open.
So, have you watched the entire video yet, Jul?
On what?
I have not.
That-
I have.
that you have been watching, but you didn't get very far.
5 minutes.
Okay, so no, not really.
I keep having to sneeze. I don't like it.
How was that not a dodge?
Right, it will fit in these rooms, and then this room it'll fit. And then this room it'll fit.
Did I?
Moving to
I
sneeze.
forgot to bring a crafting table. Oh, come on.
Don't you have one in your chest or a pouch or something?
I guess I don't. No. Rookie mistake? Yes, definitely. But it is what it is.
Why?
Where's my lantern?
Why do I have to sneeze
All the
so
way
much?
there? Holy shit! How far did you take me? Okay.
Also, can you
Come here.
entertain chat for a second while I'm gone? Because I need to go to the toilet.
Jim can sing I'm never gonna give you up for like 5 minutes.
No.
Yes, you can.
But I'm
Maybe
But
gonna
I
go to the
won't.
toilet. I'm gonna put it to the
But
be
you
right back,
can.
and you guys can entertain chat
But I
for a
won't.
second.
Yeah, but you but why not though? Why wouldn't you, Jim? What's the problem?
Oh, okay. That I've sung before in videos, and that I'm not doing it again.
I've actually sung in videos.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm very
There's one
curious.
video on. There's one video on my channel.
Oh, I'll definitely go searching for it then.
I think you've already heard it before, because your sisters
Yeah,
looked it up.
probably. My sisters looked it up.
Yes.
When did this happen?
When I was over, I think for like the New Year.
Hmm. Okay, so I just crafted a bunch of TNT to blow up this hole. There's gas
Bro.
spawning, which I don't like. I'm gonna be working with TNT.
Oh my god, that was way too lucky. Does the tornado work on you, Dragon? No, that's what I expected. Alright, come down here. Come down. There we go. Oh, wait, I forgot about this. Oh, fuck. So, yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck. Who was that? Okay. Right. So, please stop seeing the fucking truth. Fuck
You're
you.
Russian all of a sudden?
What?
Steve, please stop seeing the truth. You're Russian?
Oh. No, basically, Wukong can see the truth at all times. Because of a whole thing where they tried to execute him, but, you know, he's immortal, so that turned out to be a bit more difficult. So then they tried to burn immortality out of him, which didn't work. And then he gained red eyes with which he could see the truth or something. Yeah, so that basically now makes like a bunch of really terrifying enemies appear.
Uh,
And it takes away half my health.
that sounds slightly less convenient.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to avoid it. How? Yeah. I also like in that story that they literally try to execute him before realizing, oh right, he's immortal.
I have returned.
Just the people that did that, they knew, right? They knew it was partially their fault.
just seems kind of stupid on their part then.
Yeah, it is. The fuck was that noise? Ow.
Alright, this
Okay.
room
Okay.
is. This has 5 or 6. This has same amount. Yeah, this one is 6 instead of 5. So it's gonna be right here.
This has something to do with the circling thing. I don't
Let
know.
let me quickly check the check a
Stop.
news app. Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Mendy's online.
You just want the server updated.
No, I have not seen. Well, yes, but I've also not seen her online on the server for like more than a year.
Oh, is she on the server actually?
Yes.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, they could tell her that we are thinking of updating the server pretty soon, and if she wants to be,
Joe, I
well,
think we should do that. That is our responsibility.
that is true. It is our. I guess I can after the stream send a message real quick saying, "Hey, do you have time to get online at some point so we can discuss and update the server?"
I don't know. Is there anything we need to discuss with her? Well, unless she won't, but I assume she'll just be like, "Oh yeah, just do it."
Potential mods, that basically. Like if we're already busy with the server, you know,
Again, is she running the server at this point?
not really, but considering it started as her server,
Then why?
it's only a formality to keep her
Yeah.
involved, basically, with the running of the server. Like I sometimes question the same thing, but it is, considering we're basically
It
running
seems
her
Netherrack
server.
is very easy to explode.
Yes.
We're basically running her server on my subscription. So
Yeah, so then it's your responsibility.
yeah, because it's her server, there is still some.
It
Yeah.
didn't drop any. It didn't drop any long pearls.
It's only nice to, it is, as it is basically a formality, but it's still, for her it's nice to be involved. So it's the least we can do. And we've had an entire talk about this, which was, in my opinion, still a very smart idea to do. To just,
No.
instead of just letting her go immediately saying, oh, she doesn't want to be on the server anymore, then that was it. To basically just go, alright, can we have a talk about it and discuss it? discuss any further actions before we basically say, well, screw you, you can fuck off.
Well, I didn't say that.
Yeah, but if we
You understand what I mean.
yeah, but if we don't involve her, it is going to revert back to that. Just saying.
Not per se.
Oh, perfect! He teleported right into my power-up area.
She doesn't have to be not involved with the server, but I don't understand. She's... Well, I guess she is playing right now.
Yeah.
But she, like I said, she hasn't for the past year. At least I haven't seen her or spoken to her.
Yeah, I mean, life can and will get in the way.
Sure.
Like,
But
that
do
is...
we now have to take her in? Well, I yes, I understand that. But now we have to
Yes, we have to deal with her
in
now,
account who doesn't really play.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just a bit strange.
If she has some good input on, for example, some mods, then I'm more than happy to say, alright, we'll include that mod.
Yeah, but what does that having to do with her running the server?
Well, I guess she's just a little hung up on it's her world basically that we're playing on. That's the only thing basically. But apart from that, I don't...
Yeah, but at this point, it isn't just her world, is it?
Well, that's because we have been playing on it for so long.
Yes.
That we've kind of made it our own. But I guess for many it can feel a little bit like we've taken over if, you know, the server switches ownership and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, okay, but you also gotta remember the reason why it switched ownership in the first place.
Because it was a better and cheaper server. That was the original reason why we made the switch.
Well, it was one of the reasons. The other reason was when we wanted something about the server to change, or something was wrong, and we communicated it, nothing happened. For like months on end.
That as well, there was simply a lack of interaction.
There still is.
Yeah, but there's still a little bit more interaction.
Well, I guess for some, but not for me.
And that conversation, I feel like, was really, really necessary at that time.
Yes.
Like, it cleared up basically everything in one conversation. Like, she got to express her feelings to how the situation has been and how it was handled over the last half a year. And we got to basically say, alright, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but we see it like this. And they were like, oh, it's basically just been one massive miscommunication. It basically, I feel like it basically boiled down to that. Just miscommunication upon miscommunication upon miscommunication upon people getting annoyed, then getting a little bit angry. You know, all that stuff happened over time, and that stacks up. And then you get trouble.
Oh, alright, we're out.
So I feel like if we suddenly update the server without letting her know, or getting her involved in any way, shape, or form, that we revert back to those old ways that brought a lot of pain.
Yeah, I understand wanting to change,
Yeah.
but I guess I don't quite understand. Well, yeah, you know.
Women. And
I
I'm
wasn't
saying it
gonna
on
say
Twitch,
that, but
well, they operate a lot more. They operate with a lot more complexity than men. To put it that way.
just there's different complexities than men, not more.
Yeah. More emotional complexity, I'd say.
At least more on the surface.
Because our basically complexity comes more with technical stuff. Then
Well, it's more.
That's not always the case. Have you seen Jazza?
not really. No.
I mean, you have a shirt from Jazza, and you have not seen Jazza?
True.
Maybe some parts where Jim showed, but apart from
You
that,
bought merch from Jazza without seeing Jazza.
one can like the merch without knowing the content.
But now you have supported content of which you don't even know what it is.
Yes.
I don't know. This
I don't
feels
know.
heretical. I showed a Jazza video to my dad just now, and he loved it.
Like for all you could have known, he is like, I don't know, producing a bunch of adult content, and you don't know. You still supported him.
Yeah, so.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know either.
but-
I haven't read his book yet, so.
So what if he produces a bunch of adult
You
content?
haven't? How dare you?
Hold what if he produces a bunch of adult
Have
content?
No, but that's not the point.
Who are we to judge?
Me. Don't do adult content. Joran 2025.
But
Adult
Joran.
content's fine if it's handled right.
Hear me out.
Yeah,
Money.
Depends on adult content as well, but
Money.
money shouldn't justify anything. But to
Adult
most
content
people it does.
tends
yes,
to make
but
money.
it shouldn't.
Knowing you
And
could
therefore
probably
it's
use
justified?
that money. So, when are you gonna start making adult content?
You know,
I don't know.
I'll help you.
When are you available again?
I think around the end of November.
I mean,
oh, didn't know you want to make that kind of
you're not
adult
sure
content.
you can just. Hey, surely Yoran can just learn like ASMR or some shit.
That's
All you
not-
need is a
that's not
microphone
adult
that's set to
content.
very
There
set
is
up.
the one I'm
adult
thinking of.
ASMR, mate.
Yes, I know, but
Yeah, if you set fucking next to a microphone,
that's
then
not
yeah,
what I
that's
mean,
adult
you know.
ASMR.
What did you say?
If you start fucking next to a microphone, then yes, that's adult ASMR.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks out.
Don't you half my health. Can you come down here? Thank you.
You halve your health anyway. Muhaha.
With the power of flex tape, I saw his health in.
I just did 3/4 of his health in one hit.
That seems mildly broken.
Oh yeah, Jim. This might involve the railway crossing near your house that it isn't guarded yet. It might soon get
What,
guarded.
the one like on the way to the highway, or
Yeah.
like.
That one. Specifically that one.
Hmm.
It might get guarded soon.
Why?
You know the recent news around
Well,
trains, you know, and the fact that
Oh,
they've been
okay.
hitting a lot of stuff recently. Yeah,
Well,
they're gonna
a lot of
be
meat or
or pears, you know,
what's been
some
happening?
fruit. I'm not sure
Fruit?
you don't know about the
No,
pear
I
incident where a train hit
am not.
a truckload full of pears and then another train scraped the first train.
Oh, I
That
see.
incident.
Maybe I've heard of this, but if I have, I don't recall the exact situation.
A semi-truck full of pears decided it was a grand idea to, I guess, do a bunch of turns on a crossing. You can already see where this is going. Bells rung,
Yeah,
booms
kinda.
went down. Semi-truck couldn't get out quick enough. Semi-truck full of pears, bam. Hit. Nope, I think only a couple of people were, like, slightly injured. Like, nothing major, of course, but still. Like, it took over a week to fix this, to fix everything again.
That's pretty quick, considering.
Well, usually it's a couple hours before everything gets back up and running, or maybe like a day. But this was because the track was damaged, the multiple trains were damaged, the railroad crossing was broken. You know, basically everything had to be replaced. And it's also weird to know that I now have the knowledge of where the trains go after they've hit something or someone. Like, I know what happens with the trains, where they go, how they're getting there. Well, how they're getting there is pretty obvious. They get towed there, but you know, they get brought there purely because
I presume via track.
yeah. But they get towed to Amersfoort, where they get, you know, cleaned up, fixed, and then sent out again. That's also why you're not allowed to take any pictures there. For obvious reasons, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, that must be a very rough job to have to do.
Because if a train that's usually either yellow with blue or white and blue arrives with red, then yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes
Or with
Then I
Dude,
guess
you're
it
gonna
has
try something
new.
strawberries or tomatoes.
Yeah. Or
I
a
guess it
cow.
hits strawberries or tomatoes.
Or a cow,
I don't
if
know,
that
does a cow
arrives.
happen very often?
Not often. Maybe a bird. A bird would be the most likely
Unfortunately,
thing.
people seems more likely still, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess. Because it's a thing people do, and I still say don't do it. Don't even think about doing it, because, first of all, there is a lot more to life than that. And second of all,
Definitely.
think about the delay you're causing everyone. Like, at least be considerate and do it somewhere where you're not inconveniencing literally hundreds of people.
Yeah, that's definitely the main issue here. Yeah, definitely.
Well, you are inconveniencing hundreds of people.
Well, I do kind of agree. Like, if you're gonna do it, then at least do it somewhere where you won't traumatize other people.
Exactly. Not only
Just
are
don't do
traumatizing
it.
Like,
I
people.
think that's a far
Don't
better
do it at
solution.
all. Don't do it at all.
Yeah, because otherwise you'll be traumatizing your family members. or your
Yeah, that
friends,
as well. Yeah.
or your loved ones, or anybody that cares about you, and people do care about you. So you'll be traumatizing them. So don't do it. Also,
Just
another dumb bit.
don't do
Actually,
it.
there was recently, coming back to the AI thing, there was recently some news on that, that apparently it doesn't really protect against that. As in, if people express negative feelings, and like, you know,
Oh, it doesn't
it
recommend to seek a
it
professional and
no, apparently not.
Well, do you know about the AI overview?
curious.
Somebody looked at something like what to do against it or what to do with it, and AI overview of Google said one redditor suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. That is what
Oh.
Google's AI overview said. That's why you can't trust AI, especially the AI overview of Google. That's just garbage. But yeah.
Well, we have definitely just established that, yes.
Like, I feel like that's a
With
thing that's gonna
that
happen
as
at
a
some point.
suggestion.
People ask ChatGPT or AI overview, is this poisonous? They say, no, it is perfectly safe to eat. Then they eat it. Then they are in a hospital with poisoning. And then AI overview is just like,
I'm sure that has happened somewhere
oh
already.
yeah, you should not have
Yeah.
eaten those. Those are poisonous. Would you like to learn more about poisonous stuff? Like, AI can't be trusted with valuable information. Same with engineering. Same with medical stuff. That is actually going to be the end of a lot of people. AI designs or executed procedures. Where if you just let, like, let's you're an engineer and you're thinking, oh, I'll just let AI do this for me. AI does it wrong, and whoops, there goes
I mean,
your building is
to
built.
be fair, you should just be fired for that if you're thinking like that.
Your thing gets built, your building collapses, a lot of people die, and then they find out, oh, this was built with
If
AI
you're
in mind.
designing for of AI, you should just get fired for that. That's like, come on.
Yeah. Like, you should at least, like, you could probably do part of it with AI if you really want to, which I still don't recommend because it's a waste of your brain. And what might happen then is you still have, you have like the calculation, but you still have to check what stuff is, if everything is correct, if they didn't miss anything, because sometimes you ask AI to do something and they just don't. Like, you give it a
The
task.
thing is with AI, it never understands.
Yeah.
At least not with how it's currently wired.
I mean, it's just an algorithm. So of course it's not gonna
Yes.
know anything, basically. And we're all just gonna have to deal with that. Which is
AI is great for automated tasks, but that's about it. At least that should be about it, what it's used for.
Also, fun thing, my YouTube Shorts feed, which I should really watch less shorts, is
Same.
Yes.
yeah, is giving me CNC fails, where you just see the bit being driven into the part at like unreasonable speeds. Like, at that point I'm thinking, you've designed your code to do stuff. You've looked at it. And they just see the bit just rammed in there.
There's an assumption there, and that's that they have looked at it.
That I have looked at the path they've created. If I go to my liked videos, I might be able to... Was it this one? Yeah, it was that one. Can I press the share button? This one. And
I don't know, can you?
that one. Like, the first one is really a fascinating one. Like, sometimes it's just a break, you know, where it just, you know...
Okay, so there was a time where Google probably wasn't allowed to be used in like schools, right?
Yeah.
And now it is. It's very much openly accepted to use Google. AI. When would that be okay to use in school context?
I'd say never, but that's me.
Yeah,
Fuck, I've never been here.
but on the other hand, it is just there. So it should be a tool at your disposal in your career. And for that, it would be nice to already start using it during school, right? Just like we use Google now.
Yeah, but you should... Like, people should first be taught about the safety of stuff. Like, we grew up right in that era, which was about... where we basically learned about internet safety while we were starting to get onto the internet. Like, don't share your data with anyone. Like, these days, it's... I don't think people learn that anymore. Where it's like, you don't share your data, you just keep that as private as possible.
Did we learn about that though?
Uh,
Like not in schools.
We
At
did.
some point, yeah.
I did, and like not during our like engineering course, but before
Well,
that.
I think we did also have some of that during our engineering course.
Nou,
Oh, I don't remember
je
that.
bedoelt digitale vaardigheden, bedoel jij?
Yes. We did actually have
Yeah,
some
no,
bit that
that's not
was about, you know, preventing your data.
Yeah, okay, but that
know.
was not the main point of that course. The main point of that course is learning Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But it's also about still a little bit of online safety. Like, if you're online, how do you keep yourself safe? And how do you
My
prevent...
father has actually also done it,
What
and he
giveaways?
still doesn't know how to use Excel.
Excel is not
Excel
that
can't be
difficult,
that
man.
difficult, can it?
No, you would think.
Oh boy. I forgot how spaghettified it was. It is this one. Throttle? Is this throttle going into the throttle for the engine controller? Does this have... Yeah, this has an up-down counter. Increment of 1. Why is it at 1? 0.6. Yeah, online safety is a thing, and I don't think a lot of people are being taught about anything like that. And also, people need to learn more about technology. Like, you need to learn about the devices that you use, and become adept at small repairs. Like, earlier today, I replaced my sister's boyfriend's thermal paste in his laptop. Because, you know, the laptop was overheating at the slightest bit of action, which is a clear and massive indicator of my thermal paste is bad. So you also have to keep that in mind.
I don't think that necessarily has to be everybody has to learn this kind of deal.
No, not everybody has to learn it, but it should at least be... Like, you don't have to learn how to do it, of course. But you have to at least learn of, like, easy to diagnose problems. Like, my laptop overheats at the slightest bit of action. It can either be a bunch of dust, which it also was, or the thermal paste, or both. Or any other thing that makes it do a lot of heavy lifting without me wanting to do that. Like, we should teach that to to children or to people that are in schools are having to potentially deal with those
I don't
problems.
see how that. I don't see how that should be our priority in schools.
It shouldn't be a priority, but it should be something to involve people in, to prevent the acidification even more. Because if a lot of people know how to fix their own stuff or how potential problems are diagnosed, then a lot more people are actually willing to bring their stuff away for repairs instead of thinking, oh no, it doesn't work. Oops, now I have to get a new one. So then companies are forced to make
but that's also just
things...
a level of incompetency that you can't always teach that away.
Yeah, but you can still think, instead of saying you basically be teaching them, instead of saying it's broken, I can't do anything with this, you teach them it's broken, I'm gonna go get it fixed.
Yeah, but again, I don't see per se how schools...
Not particularly like schools
Woman,
do have a
will
part
you
in
give me
this.
those pearls?
Like, schools do have a part in it because basically everybody goes to school, and these days with AI and everything being more and more prominent, having stuff online is a lot more prominent as well, and having computers involved within your daily business.
I mean, that's not since the AI thing. That's
it has been slowly going on,
now.
yeah. But we should...
Not slowly.
Well, it started first with a couple of jobs being involved with computers. Now basically every job, every position you apply to will have a PC.
It's over the course of I wouldn't say more than a decade.
Right.
Yeah, that's
See,
when
almost everything has become digitalized.
Especially since COVID.
See, this game has no women. Look, no women at all.
That's not a woman. Don't you know what she identifies as? How could you objectify this, Jim? This is unacceptable. How can you be so objective and naive? Okay. Sorry, that was my rant.
I'm gonna try and flip him. I have been successful at flipping. I rammed another boat.
Jim, just because she has 2 lumps or something, now she's a woman? Like, oh, come on, man.
No, it's also her voice.
Oh.
And her face. In fact, it's more of those.
Yeah, but those are features, and you can never truly say because of feet. Okay.
You know what? Fine. I'll check my journal. What does that say about her?
I'm sure actually, in considering this is a Chinese game, they're not really allowed to do that anyway.
What? Why?
Well, Chinese censorship is a thing.
Yeah, I guess.
So I don't think they really were able, even if they wanted to, which I doubt. But I don't think they would be allowed to do that even.
I missed a whole character? How? Whatever.
Where's the boat? Has it despawned already? No, there it is. It's right there.
I missed 2 characters. Who is listed after the Great Sage? That's weird. Wait, where is she?
There they
Is it
are.
her? Who is that?
Right, we're gonna aim our bow
Oh,
right
I think
at
it is
them.
her.
Drop the clutch. Let the RPMs really skyrocket.
Where's it? Wait. What was your name? Kong Jin.
Launch. And stop again, because now we're really up close. $60 RPS.
Should we say that they should stop stereotyping the names because not every name is Chinese?
This game is made by Chinese people, Yoran.
Yeah, but it's not inclusive.
It's based off a Chinese book, Yoran.
Yeah, but that's not inclusive.
It's based off a Chinese book that is based off of Chinese myth.
Yeah, that's not inclusive.
Well, they're heading to the west. They're on their journey to become inclusive.
Journey to the west.
That's what the game is about. Thank you for telling me the story of the game. Jim.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the book is about as well.
Let me go in here. Is there a door here as well? Yep, we're gonna open that up and escape through here. Sinking AI vessels.
Ah, there she is. Kang Jin.
Is funny.
Long Maiden. See? It's a woman.
Are you now assuming that a maiden is a woman?
A maiden is a woman. Yoran, that's literally a word for a woman.
Hello,
I don't
4444.
know.
Yellowbrow Loft. You, young lady, your
Yeah,
high
well-
opinion of yourself is precisely why you've ended up like this. See, so even Yellowbrow calls her a young lady.
This ship. Like, I
Wait,
just
but she's a
ran
constellation. Doesn't that mean that she would be around
that AI
for,
vessel
like,
with mine, damaging the front heavily, and yet we're still perfectly afloat. Oh, it disappeared. Aw, that's sad.
what are we doing here?
It's still a tad bit too high. Lower it. Like, oh no, my ship is damaged. Whatever will I do? Let me just casually go down. Open up this. Close it.
Alright, how much damage will I do here?
Realize I got rid of my above water welding torch, which is gonna hurt in the long run.
Ooh.
But I can easily just do this.
Never get rid of your welding torch.
Well, it is to fix blocks, to fix stuff. So basically,
Oh,
I
okay, you
half
called-
my ability to
Shit,
fix stuff.
Are you playing Scrap Mechanic?
No, Stormworks. They have welding torches to
I think
fix damaged
Scrap Mechanic
blocks.
has mechanics like that as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, I forgot about this.
technically it's entirely unnecessary considering, I mean, creative. But you know, let's focus on the floor.
Oh, I'm dead. Shit. Dude, it's so funny. And like, she makes it thunderstorm, so like, you know, the sky darkens.
Mhm.
The way they did that is just turn down the brightness of the whole game.
If it works, it works,
Including
right?
the HUD.
Including that.
Yeah, the whole game's brightness just goes down.
That sounds like an interesting proposition. Yeah.
It's probably the most questionable choice about this game, to be honest, because it's just kind of weird, because that means that the lightning also isn't as bright.
There's another underwater welding torch here.
Yeah.
I mean, we could in theory.
In real life, it's kind of crazy how bright lightning actually is.
Turn this ship into something that has missiles inside of it.
To be fair, the whole concept of lightning is kind of crazy.
Just a big, large amount of electricity.
Yeah.
Also, we in our apartment have a great view, so we can actually see lightning happening.
Yeah, so I think everybody can see lightning happening.
Yeah, but if
Not
you're...
that hidden, generally speaking.
No, but it depends. If you live in a city, it's
slightly
often
hard to
blocked.
miss.
It's often blocked by buildings if it happens a slight bit away. So unless it happens on top of you, you're not seeing it. That's what happens if you live within a pretty sizable city. That doesn't just consist of farmers.
Woman, this time I am prepared to beat you with my stick.
Don't recommend using your stick on women.
Ow,
They
never
tend
mind,
to
maybe not.
not
Fuck.
like that. And then start a movement about it. Well, this welder's empty. Luckily, what I can do is I can go down another floor. Right there. I feel like this one is pretty much entirely flooded. No, not even. But I do have to try and... Oh. That's a lot of damage. Maybe ramming an entire ship at like 70 kilometers per hour wasn't the smartest idea.
Really?
Yeah. Just a hunch. Hello, can this get fixed, please? There we go. Why does it take so long sometimes? Like, sometimes it's instant, sometimes it isn't. So is the floor damaged? Yes, the floor is damaged still. Like, come on, just get fixed.
Come down here. Oh, fuck.
Like, just...
Alright, fine. I'll just beat you in monkey mode then, woman. Get the fuck down from there. See, this is the one problem with doing that much damage, but it doesn't kill them. They start doing all of their phase transition attacks at once. You just can't hit them. There we go.
Right, at least the front is gonna be fixed. I'm gonna try and wrap around the side before this entire thing runs out. It's empty. Yeah, come on, get over the battery. Get over the battery. Drop this one, drop that one, grab that one, store it, because I don't like stuff floating around.
Yeah, I think TNT was definitely the way here, Shu. This is a lot quicker than if I were to mine all of this.
And has a 100% drop rate, so in theory, you don't lose anything. In reality,
Yeah, I'm not collecting all the well, not hundreds of... Well, actually, maybe.
in reality, lava
At least the
exists as
thousands
well.
of blocks.
Everything falls into lava
Yeah,
as well,
yes.
so...
Yeah, well, I'll get a couple shulkers of netherrack and basalt out of it. That's fine by me.
Also, you want to see one of the coolest characters? There he comes.
Is the broom?
No, that's a rake.
Oh.
No, he's in this thing.
Have to fix the front here. Then fix this bottom. Great, this one ran out as well. In the meantime, this room is still filling up. Nope, open up, let me out, and close it again. Now, because I only have to be underwater now, I have to find another underwater welding unit. I should probably have an entire room filled with equipment like this. Yay, flashbangs. This one is fixed. Now all I have to do is fix this part of the floor.
Well, before I follow you, oh, I have to follow you? Well, that's unfortunate.
Right, now in theory...
Wait, did that just give me...
theory?
Wait, she gave me long
should
pearls!
be emptying. The pump is true.
Hold on. Where's the
Does
checkpoint?
that imply there are short pearls as well?
No, oh, fuck, I can't. Long in Chinese is dragon. They're like the Chinese dragons. Like these ones. That's a long...
you mean the long ones?
Yeah.
That's ironic.
That's what I meant. Does the English word for long come from the Chinese long, or does the Chinese long come from the English long? Wait, why is this thing here?
Curious question. It's almost as bad as the orange debate.
Which one came first, the color or the fruit?
I'm guessing he's not here yet. I'm guessing I first need to pilot this thing to the place, right?
You know the question which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Christianity has an answer?
Yeah, I do.
And also, like, even if you have followed
Like, I don't see
evolutionary-
why
Well,
you
you
guys
say
have such a
that.
problem with this.
You say that,
Like, this was basically two
but
compartments.
who says
split.
God didn't make them eggs first?
It seems very unlikely to make the eggs before the animal.
Well, it could.
In theory, maybe.
So we don't have
But
an
it-
answer
but-
for sure.
Well, it's very, very likely.
The thing is, even evolution actually also has an answer for it, but it kind of depends on how you want to look at it. Because for the, if you really mean the modern chicken, it's the egg.
Yeah, because, you know, it didn't specify what animal the egg had to come from, so...
Well, the thing is that before the modern chicken, there was still like it was a
We had
very similar
T-Rexes.
bird. Well, yeah, that as well, but they kind of died.
Really?
And like a species member of them did survive. Anyway, right, so
Okay, my
yeah,
life is
so
becoming
let's
more
get the
dangerous. I now have to deal with stupid magma
So-
cubes, gas, and blazes, because blazes are flying up now. There is a
so-
blaze above the bedrock roof. Come on.
They
So
fly
she
now?
gave me long pearl. Do I have enough now? I need one
Glazes
more.
always fly. They just are limited to the roof usually, so they're not that high.
She only gave me
you
one
don't
long
do the
pearl.
reference, you know?
No, no.
Wait,
I
how did
don't.
you even? Wait, how did you even get to this?
You don't
Oh,
do the
because
Star
of
Wars
the-
reference.
Because of my. Yeah, okay, never mind. I get it now.
What? Huh?
Because I get it. I was for a moment I was like, wait, why did you even suddenly go to chicken and egg? But then I realized, yeah, I guess that is my question, huh? Oh, there he is.
Huh?
Look,
I
there's
beg your
another
question.
long. This one is fishing.
It was more, we were talking about which came first, the orange or the long, and the chicken is another one of those questions.
Yeah. Speaking of long, look, that one's fishing.
Speaking of long, or
Yeah, look.
average, well, it's whatever.
Because, you know, long just kind of fish, I guess.
Is that long though, or is that just kind of average? Because it doesn't seem that long.
I don't know.
You don't know?
You mean his
don't
body
know what-
size or his... or his...
His staff.
Well, it's a sword now. But everyone knows that Wukong has the longest staff.
Wait, so are you implying that it changes size? You're also
Wukong's
implying
staff
that
does.
it technically. You're also implying that it technically changes hardness.
Well, if it goes from a fishing rod to a sword, probably, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That entirely depends on the
It also implies that it
person.
changes stiffness as well.
Yeah.
I'd say it is
I wonder if
entirely-
Wukong's staff can change stiffness, because it can change length. But, like...
It is entirely dependent on the person.
Can he-
Some people only change the stiffness, some people also change the size.
Well, because
all
in some
depends on the
animations it
person's
kind of bends.
stuff.
Wait, some people don't. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
It all
Like some
I guess
animations,
that never
it
occurred to me.
in some
Like, you
animations his staff like bends a bit, but it was a pillar. So
Imagine having to animate that. That must be kind of awkward.
you don't know
Why?
about the thing being a shower or a grower.
There's a
you don't
double
know-
meaning to this conversation that's been going on for a while now, Jim.
I know.
You don't know about the thing being a shower or a grower, where it basically when one person only has a change size or has only change hardness. By some people, it also changes size.
Yeah, but I figure both be normal.
Both are perfectly normal. It all depends.
No, I mean like you have both. No, I guess.
Oh, you bitch.
I didn't know you could have one or
One
yeah,
or the
one
other.
or neither. I don't know. Is neither a possibility?
That would be called a woman.
No. That'd be a
Or a penisless
a
person.
dickless person.
Yes. I find penisless person a lot funnier.
I don't know. I don't know. Dickless sounds funnier.
Fair enough. Right, now I need to kind of make an AC system. So I guess we're heading back to the hangar. Where I can make a simulated room.
Alright. Give me your long pearl.
So we are gonna do this, then we are gonna do a
I should mention, by
room.
the way, it's long with double O. But
Oh, so it's extra
I think-
long.
Oh,
it's a longer long.
it's a longer long than the usual long.
I think you
You
still
could say,
pronounce it
you could
as
say it's
long,
definitely
though.
above average.
Hmm.
Like I think you still pronounce it as long. Maybe it's like loon. I don't know.
It might
Probably
be.
actually.
This
That
might be
sounds like a
weird.
very Chinese.
Hold on.
This might be weird, but
I
I've
know
met
there's a Pokemon named Bao Li Long.
a Pokemon. I'm unfamiliar with that one.
Yeah. I don't know his English name. It's like the blue one, like the really long blue snake one.
You mean Gyarados or?
Is it Gyarados? Hold on, let me look that
Might
up.
be Dratini, to be fair.
If I know anything about Magic the Noah, then it'd probably be Gyarados.
Well, if I look up Gyarados, I get is that a bakery? A bistro.
Then put the word Pokemon behind it.
Oh, I misspelled it. I spelled it with a double R. Yeah, it is Gyarados. Okay. Uh, so in Chinese, apparently it's called Bao Li Long, which means angry carp dragon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Considering.
And the only reason I know that is because it somehow came up in an Armored Core video.
Well, considering, Jim, it's the evolution from Magikarp.
I guess I don't know. I don't play Pokemon. I don't know these things.
So
I know that Pichu turns
Even
into
I know
Pikachu.
nothing about Pokemon, and that's saying something. Actually, that doesn't say a lot.
Like I know Pichu turns into Pikachu. I know
Mhm.
that Incineroar is like a smaller house cat at first. And I know like Charmander.
you
Like
know
his
the
whole
basic
thing. Like,
ones.
yeah. I guess I know what Squirtle turns into. I know Squirtle gets like guns.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
Squirrel goes gangster after a while?
big
Have you never
cannons.
seen his like evolved form where he gets like 2 cannons on his back?
No, I can't say that I have. No. To be fair, I have never
All right.
really done anything with Pokemon in my life, so except
You
chess.
have played Pokemon chess.
Except chess. But that was more about the chess than the Pokemon.
Hmm.
Right. Anyway, so that OP strat I had that deals way too much damage.
Plus, the only fun the Pokemon have in Pokemon chess is that you don't know what's going on.
Well, unless you do know
True.
the
Well,
strategy and everything, then you do
have you
definitely know.
seen that video with Small Ant and like with the about the tournament where Small Ant actually knew what he was doing and they had like and not just him, like they all
No,
knew what they were
although
doing
I
and they had
have
like
recently been watching a lot of small ads. So,
you have like the hide and seek.
yeah. Well, and then, yeah. Also, what is that game called? Like the AI, where AI basically creates a bunch of words by combining them. I
Oh,
forget. I forget what that game is called.
Infinamaker
Yeah,
or something.
Infinicraft or something like that.
Yeah, is that
Those are fun
AI?
as
I don't
well.
know,
I think
but
it's run by an AI. Yeah.
I mean that would make sense. Yeah,
So, do I want to use
at least for
Lilith?
new combinations that no one has done before.
Like, I definitely have one
Yeah,
composite
but
beta.
it generates the combinations as well.
Oh,
I think.
I assume it's like if someone does something that hasn't been done before, then an AI would check like, hey, what would that
Yeah,
be?
it is consistent. So I don't know exactly how it does that. It is
Well, it just has a
consistent.
database somewhere where it stores the combination.
Yeah, and then it might just generate a new one for a new combo.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it is AI generated, that's for sure.
probably the same with that that other website, the What Beats Rock.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
just keep
that's
going
probably
on and
AI
on and
as
on.
well.
Anyway,
Have
but
you
that
guys seen Beat is Captcha?
yeah, I have. Yeah, in fact, Neurosama has done it.
Who's Norosama again?
The AI like VTuber.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen Duck play it.
Yeah.
It's very chaotic.
I know. I got someone at my job to play it.
Where's that piece of paper at?
How?
It just came up. I don't even remember how it
Yeah.
came up, but then I was like, oh yeah, there's now that website where you can just do that. And he was like, oh, show me. So I sent him the link, and he would just like do a couple of them every day.
Yeah, but wait, but beat this capture gets very difficult because you have
Yeah,
to.
eventually it was like really bullshit.
Wait,
Where it's
wait.
like one.
You should send them a guess this password. Or what is it? Like that the game where you have to make like a strong password or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Also, I found another.
I think
Yeah,
all
you
of
have
those
to
are by the
keep
same
the-
creator.
Yeah, you have to keep the duck alive and everything.
Yeah.
I have found another good website. It's called Obamify, and you just put in an image, and it will turn it into an image of Obama.
How is that a
Okay.
good? How is that a good website? How is that in your list of good website to know about?
You can put in any image. The first
Okay,
image the only image I put in there so far is the image of part of my background.
What if you put
gallery.
in Trump?
Yes, but I put in the FNAF 1 rare screen where you have Bonnie just staring at the camera, and sometimes that is
Ow.
my background, and I turned that into Obama.
But so that thing I did that would do way too much damage. It will now do more damage.
Perfect.
Barometer,
It will also be harder to manage because I can't hold 4 things
Pressure.
anymore.
output number, valve.
Oh.
To relieve
Wait,
pressure.
it electrified me? Why?
Valve in.
I might actually surprisingly get this done without going like to a full shulker box of TNT, which is
Right,
surprising to me.
Pressure. Also, I'm gonna be excited for this weekend because technically after
is this?
tomorrow, but I can only go to it this weekend. I might be able to buy some more train stuff.
Oh no, again.
The Upcycle store is back. You know, who doesn't want more train parts?
You didn't get enough train stuff yet.
Nope.
Oh man.
Well, it kind of depends on what they have. Actually, what might be really helpful is a trash can.
To put all the train stuff in?
No, to mount near my seat so I can basically have like a little comfort zone near my train seats where I can just sit, have a trash can, and just, relax, have a drink. Also, I still need to drag you to my place.
Hmm?
I still need to drag you to my place.
You don't have to drag me. I'm willing to come, but I don't know when. No, I'd rather not go to the donation bank. No.
Weirdly enough, YouTube is giving me ads about that.
I guess they at least they know you're healthy. I guess.
I've personalized ads turned off, and they're showing like ads for a sperm bank.
Well, if it was personalized ads, then there would be more questions for you.
Yeah, but why is it like we need people? Aren't there enough people already?
The world has enough space.
And also, this is another thing. If which I saw that technically people that don't want children are better parents than people that just have children because it is the norm. Because people that don't want children often realize that they won't be fit parents, and realize that, right, I won't be able to handle the responsibilities, the mental health of the child, the mental health of yourself. You know, they know they won't be fit parents. While others just, who cares? Do I use Lua script? For once, I don't need to have the on draw. I might try this actually. Call this a C system. AC system.
Yeah.
Hold on. Why am I... I'm making this so difficult for myself, forgetting I have like a fire-resistant potion farm. So I should probably just grab a couple of those.
Do they make you immune to magma cubes?
I don't know actually, but it'd at least be helpful against the bloody blazes that are shooting me continuously.
Flow
Not that I
valve.
have any inventory space to take any of the potions with me, but hey.
Yeah, I always have a shulker box ready with them. There it is. No, wait, I also need to... I'm now realizing I need to add the valves.
Right, okay.
And then a couple
This
of gas.
stuff will definitely make it harder, though, actually. Maybe I should just use the Jingle Bang.
Jingle
But
bang, jingle bang, jingle bang all the way. What?
Is it Jingle Bang? That's his name. Yeah, Jingle Bang.
Was it?
It's Wukong's staff. It's the pillar that he took from the Dragon King.
The weather is gonna be weird. Because today it
It's
has
the
been
Netherlands.
quite...
What do you?
It's November. It shouldn't be this hot. They're saying it's gonna be 15 degrees Wednesday.
That's not that hot.
For November.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like 7. Like, it'll be nice and a little bit colder.
Why are you complaining?
I want colder weather. I do well in colder weather because you can always dress for the cold. You know, oh, it's kind of chilly outside. I'll just put an extra layer. If it gets hot outside, you may be able to take off 1 or 2 layers, but you can't get naked.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, but you're probably arrested. Public indecency. And
What do you mean, public indecency?
the other part is as well, after that, if you're still hot, you can't take off your skin. You can't take off another layer.
Wow.
You
I
can
can
always
just, like, disable the outer layers of my skin. Works perfectly fine.
like you can always add a layer. But you can't always subtract a layer. And that is something that bothers me. That is the pump in, this is the pump out. So valve out, this is valve in. And then we have everything technically connected. Now we have to connect everything. No, wait, I have to Where is that? Which one is that? So... where's 1, 2, 3? Let's go to the sum of the oxygen. It outputs the volumes of individual gas types on the respective channel. The data can be directly merged with a liquid meter. The air fluid type is equivalent to the sum of the oxygen, carbon dioxide, and the nitrogen values. Channels. 4 is air, so that's the cumulative thing. 5 is CO2, so that is channel 5. Channel 5. Nitrogen is channel 12.
I am actually very happy that every single block in the nether is insta-mineable.
Apart from... Have you found any ancient debris? Oh, of course, it doesn't spawn there.
Not at this height, no.
I think Blackstone isn't, right?
No, Blackstone with haste 2 and efficiency 5 is still insta-mineable.
Oh.
And then we have oxygen with or pressure.
Well, without haste 2 it becomes significantly slower, the basalt and the Blackstone, yeah. But with haste 2 it's absolutely fine.
I didn't write down oxygen in this one, but I should, in theory, do that one as well.
Give me the pairs. I don't know if I'll ever use the pairs, but I want the pairs.
Oxygen is on... Oxygen is on channel 11. Also, I'm starting to get back into the groove of writing in cursive. It is quite nice.
Why? It's
Fancy.
generally speaking less readable.
Yes, especially with I'm not sure if newer...
I guess you want to fit the stereotype, I guess.
What, and I'm old?
No, that engineers can't write for shit.
Fair enough. But also,
which I'm totally a part of, by the way. So
to confuse newer generations, because I'm not sure if they still teach it at schools.
I don't
Look, it's Buddhist Batman.
What?
Jim, not important right now. Could you talk in cursive? Wait, that's a sentence, isn't it? Talking in cursive?
Maybe.
It's a saying, but I don't know exactly what it entails. I'm pretty sure it's a saying. I guess it's just speaking less clearly, is I guess what it could mean.
Isn't it like speaking it like as if people should know what you're talking about when they don't?
Maybe. I can't be bothered to look it up right now.
Is it this one? I do need this one. So I guess I can grab channel 1 then, and then I need a read number. Yes and yes, and because I only have 5, 12, and 11 in use, I use channel 1 as an input, and then channel 2 and 3 as out. And those go to the in and out of the thing. So basically, this is all the logic that needs to happen on the outside. That's the neat thing about using Lua script. You can make the microcontroller itself look ridiculously simple. But then you'll look into the Lua script and then you'll realize it's incredibly complicated. Hey.
No,
do you think that
sad.
playing this game, Joe, has helped you with your job thus far?
Not yet, but it might soon, because I did get the, I think that pretty soon they're gonna put me on making some code. Not sure. I'm first doing a lot of, still the
Because I've
preparation.
noticed from like playing Minecraft, right, that it has changed the way I think of designing, and well, it has helped me a lot already
Yeah.
in, well, just the way you're thinking about things. I presume Stormworks kind of does the same for you.
Yeah, especially when trying to learn new things. I'm more like, alright, so I want to learn new stuff. Just instead of just
I
thinking.
gotten a lot more analytical because of it.
And I mean, I've started, instead of being more hesitant, to be like, alright, let's just start, see as far as I can get, and
Yeah,
otherwise
exactly.
try and look for tools to help. Like, the entire help
Yeah.
part. Because that is just
Wait. Oh,
what it is.
Wait, no.
But so far, that's also a funny thing we found out Friday. That on like 7 floors, a couple of them my colleagues already went to install stuff and get it working. We got a message saying that we still want a couple of like valves in there and measurement points. So I get to have some fun with redoing a lot of work, renumbering a lot, putting that in multiple drawings and then an Excel sheet. That's gonna be a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like you're looking forward to it.
Well, at least it's work. Previously I've been sort of at the edge of work, where I almost ran out. They had to sort of start thinking, what can we make him do next? And both being like, well, we don't really have anything, which is kind of concerning. If I run out of work to do, I don't really have any use being there, so why did they hire me then?
Yeah, but is that an issue for you? Unless your contract can be exterminated at any point.
It can,
But
and
I
it has
think
happened.
you have
well, not
two
with me, but with
colleagues
my
of
colleague.
yours.
My
Yeah.
colleague that got fired for doing nothing. Basically, instantly fired as
Yeah,
well.
okay, but as long as you're not doing nothing,
As long
then you
as
should be fine.
I do nothing while there's work to do. If there's no work to do and I do nothing, then they fully understand, right, you're doing nothing because you don't have anything to do, and we don't have anything to provide for you. So...
Yeah.
That. When, he didn't do shit, even when there was work to do. And even when my colleagues were trying to teach him stuff, that he wasn't interested.
Yeah, then you get to the people that are in this work for, well, money.
And I mean...
Then you get that stuff.
Yeah. I still cannot get over the fact that he basically stole cake from his roommate.
What?
Like a while ago,
What
he
did he
came
do?
in with some chocolate cake, and it was pretty good. And we're like, oh, well. And he was saying, yeah, my roommate forgot it, and, all that stuff. But we only found out when he was gone that...
So
No, she did not forget it. She was incredibly mad at him for him stealing the cake, and then asked for financial compensation because, you spend money on baking something, you want to eat it, and suddenly your roommate has stolen it
money
and give it
and
to...
time.
Yeah. But imagine
'Cause
your
baking
roommate. Imagine me
It's
stealing
not
your
something
cake.
you just do in an hour.
No, but like, it, you're bringing a cake to the company, and we're like, oh, nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
But until later found out that yes was stolen does kind of make it a bit weird. Like, you don't do that.
How did you guys find that out? Did she
Uh,
just show up? Like, hey, did you guys take my cake?
No, I guess we've heard it from one or the other, or he
Because
told
how do you
someone,
find this out?
or he told someone. I don't know. I didn't hear it from him personally because, well,
If he told someone, that'd be pretty stupid of him.
telling within the company.
Then
but
he's just
like,
incriminating himself at this point.
yeah, but I mean, he already basically on Tuesday after I had gone home, so after 4, he got called, I guess, into the office and had like 3 people talk to him about basically you're getting fired because you're not doing anything. Do you have any answers, to why? Because, if you're going through a very rough patch, then it might be more understandable. I mean, they'll probably still let you go because you're just costing the company money. But, they might give you another chance. They might want to be like, all right, we'll help you with it. All that stuff. But if you don't really have any excuses for being on your phone 24/7 when you should be doing work, or working from home, finding out your VPN doesn't work, so you can't connect to all the storage disks that we have at the company to work remotely or from home, and you don't tell anybody about it until like Monday, so you basically have a day off, and you do that twice, and still log 8 hours, then of course you're gonna get fired.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable reason to fire someone.
Yeah, you basically had it coming. You still got like over 2 months.
2 months of what?
Like, he still worked at the company for a couple months before getting fired. He got chances. He had a lot of opportunity to,
Well, yeah,
opportunities to,
you're not allowed to fire somebody without a reason, right?
yeah, but he
To a
had
certain extent.
many opportunities to improve, and yet he failed to achieve that.
And with reasons, that could also just mean financial reasons within the company, but
Yeah, like, company is,
doesn't have to be he is not performing.
yeah. But yeah, that was a experience. I was definitely like, oh wow, that happened.
Well, it keeps you on your toes knowing that they are willing to fire you if you don't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, Amila was like, oh shit. Yeah, I mean, after talking a little bit,
I wouldn't be too worried about it because as long as you're just working, then
I mean, as I said earlier
should be fine.
before the stream, like, I've at some point stayed a half hour bit longer because they asked me if I wanted to print some labels, and I was like, all right, I'm doing it right now. Otherwise, I'm either A, going to forget, or B, not do it in time.
Waarom noemt mijn neef mij heer?
Oh, which equals...
maybe he is sending out a general email.
Get number...
To more
I'm
people.
assuming his autocorrect changed his high, maybe.
Yeah, like, they kind of were...
Maybe he just looks up to you, man.
They kind of complimented me on my work ethic as well, and I'm thankful for that because I often have the feeling of like, am I doing enough? All that stuff. Basically, being anxious about performance.
Yeah.
But turns out that I am performing, and yeah, they're happy to have me within the team.
Well, that's nice, right?
The thing is that we basically started at the same time from the same recruitment agency. So we signed our contracts right after each other. I signed mine after he signed his. So
Well, that's
they have to get a new
the
one.
difference between taking your opportunities seriously, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to having to wake up at like 5 if I have to go work on location.
Or they don't do the
Because
traveling on the work hours thing.
then you start at 7. Well, the first hour is on you. So if you have to travel 1 hour, then you don't get paid for that. But as soon as you go above an hour, like if you let's say you have to drive 2 hours, then you can write 1 hour as, travel time, and you will get paid accordingly. As long as you log your hours
I mean,
correctly.
that's still kind of bullshit that you don't get.
Well, otherwise I
Because
can.
that basically means like, yeah, you should spend an hour getting here that it's not paid.
Well, considering I drive half an hour to work, otherwise I could log that half hour as work as well, and then basically work 7
yeah,
hours.
okay, that's understandable.
And if you have to go on, let's say you have to go from, you live in Amsterdam, you have to work there as well. There's a building there.
Okay, but that's the.
Then of course you're not getting paid for travel expense. But if I have to go from my place all the way to some place that's like multiple hours away, like Rotterdam, for example.
But it still means that you have to spend an hour more per day traveling.
You have to. I mean, it is a little bit bullshit, yeah, but I mean, you start at 7.
It could be worse.
Which means you don't have traffic. Because by the time you arrive is when people get out of bed. And then you work 8 hours.
I mean, I've done it for internships as well. So I know it, but it's still kind of.
Yeah, but like from 7, like you have 7 plus, like, let's say 9 hours, because you have an hour worth of break time, which often is unpaid.
An hour worth of break?
Well, let's say half an hour, 8.5 hours. That is basically half past.
I think it's fairly normal that you get clocked half an hour break usually.
Yeah, it depends on what you do, but that basically means you're done 3:30. That's when you can get. That's when you get to go home already. Of course, you have a little bit more travel time, but Right, now we have that.
Anyway. '90s anime.
That number.
Hold on, let me unmute.
2. Then we copy and we.
But we missed the American intro.
I don't give a shit about the American intro.
It's a beautiful intro, Jim.
We'll watch it next episode.
Okay.
Can they speak? I don't know if it's loud or not.
Right, so
there's not a lot happening this episode, is there?
Not yet, no.
This, in theory, is all that I need to do. But I also have to put in.
Oh yeah, the great wood sound design.
Yeah. Okay, I think the audio is good.
How am I gonna do this? Because technically,
it's always funny seeing people work on sound design.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Technically, this entire system is unnecessary. Although I do want to add a couple of dials, one for CO2, one for nitrogen, and one for pressure, and one for oxygen. Composite. Do you have any logic stuff here?
Aye, Captain.
4 dials, I
Oh, that guy.
guess? I mean, if I look at this, it's already wrong, so...
He seems very unvigilant at the moment.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering how much of this is
AC
gonna be
this
here.
room.
Because in the manga, there's something really funny with him.
4 dials. All I have to do is save it as
What?
4 dials.
They use hawks as signals? Wait. I don't remember that from the manga.
Then we
It's,
simply change
adaptation.
everything around.
I mean, it may have been in there. Did they use hawks in real life? Because of course there was just like pigeons.
I know in Mongolia they trained hogs, so I
Right,
presume
yeah.
so.
But
But
yeah,
in
but that was for
medieval
hunting.
Europe, I don't
But
know.
for messaging. Yeah, and then also the
I mean,
Mongols
I don't see why not.
used it to hunt. Yeah,
What are you saying?
I don't know. Ah!
I can't hear anything.
4 dials.
I'll turn the sound down slightly.
I guess is it this one? Yes, it is that one. Wait, in theory, all I have to do is call this one pressure going from 0 to 1 because we basically keep the room at 1 atmosphere. You know, that is normal pressure. If you go outside and you're at sea level, you basically get 1 atmosphere worth of pressure.
Yes.
But I mean,
Oh yeah, let's send out our slowest unit into the middle of battle. That
Look
sounds like
at
a
his
great plan.
mouth.
11 and
That's a glorious chin, right there.
Back here a little bit. Watch this.
so
Look at his mouth now.
channel 1 is going to be CO2. Channel 2 here is right there. Should probably mix these two around. Channel 2 will be oxygen. And this will be nitrogen. 0 to 1. Save this AC test room.
That sounds like a terrible plan, considering what happened last time.
Oh boy. I just realized something.
What?
I'm gonna have to work with percentages here to make it a universal thing. I cannot work with numbers. Well, for the pressure I can, because that doesn't matter how big the room is. It's all about the pressure. However, with the CO2, oxygen, and nitrogen, I think it's in liters. And because I have rooms of different sizes, I can't just say, oh, with this amount of nitrogen, go and turn on the pump. Or, oh, with this amount of oxygen, no, it has to be a percentage. If that percentage is wrong, then people will choke and die. That's how that works. If there is not enough oxygen, or too much oxygen can also be harmful, but it's also harmful than not enough. Or too much from... Basically, too much is...
I think too much
dangerous.
oxygen is still very, very harmful.
Yeah, it is not good for your. It is not good for your body, of course. So yeah. Now I have to look up the average oxygen levels. Average salary Netherlands. I'm below that, but I'm just starting, so it doesn't really matter. Average oxygen level. Blood oxygen level. I don't care. Air. There we go. So that's why I like working with a notepad, like actual paper, is because first of all I have way too many fucking pencils to begin with, so yeah. But it also allows you to, you know, write stuff down, work a little bit. Let's see. Can I get the nitrogen level air?
It's not exactly a silent entrance.
I mean,
That's 78%.
that's not the point of a siege anyway.
No, I know.
78.08%. 78%. That is.
Right.
And CO2 levels.
Well, at least he's brave.
2 levels. Oh, that's a very little amount. Wow. That is, I don't think CO2 levels are worth including in this. That's 0.03 to 0.04% of the air is CO2. 78%, like, of course, there's still some other stuff here, but if you're just looking at oxygen, nitrogen, and CO2, you have 78% oxygen, 20.9% or 70% nitrogen, 20.9% oxygen, which results in 98.9% of air already, you know, filled with those two, 0.03% CO2, which can go Yeah, a little bit higher.
What did you say about his bravery?
Never mind, I guess.
So those are the percentage to work with. Now to get there.
He
Basically want CO2 divided by. How do we go from? We basically get the. Oh, I have to get the fluid capacity. I have to get the capacity as well. Hold on, I might have to increase the
prepare for
size.
anything.
Gas level.
Huh?
I have to get the capacity in there as well. Wait, isn't that also included within the logic stuff?
Hmm.
Yeah, the air fluid types equivalent to the sum of... Yeah, so air, I just get channel 4 involved as well. Yeah, where's my Lewis script? I guess you probably put these in order. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get confused about my own logic. There we go. Then we
Wait.
copy this. We paste it. We call this 4. We call this total air.
I just realized
Or air volume might be better.
that they skipped something pretty major from the manga. Are they not gonna get into that?
So we basically want CO2 divided by...
That is so weird.
I basically have to get stuff like bar percentage, bar per, then we have to get CO2 per, then we have to get O per, then we have to get no per, or N per, technically. There you go. That's everything basically. If your pressure, well, I don't really need pressure and percentages. I just need this. Equals. I guess you have like the totals. You have the. You have to get the percentage.
Yeah, I also wouldn't buy the 500 years.
Is air vol. Should probably do it the smart way and do it this way, so it actually is
Or are we
one
just
thing.
not there yet?
Air volume divided by... No, I need to press a divided by button. Divided by 100 times... This is CO2, so this is 0.04 or 3. Isn't this... So you basically make it go to 1%. Wait, isn't it... This is a 10... I have to do this. Right? You first decide, and then I do times 3. And this one equals... Also air volume divided by...
Yeah, this is way more on the nose than it is in the manga.
Oxygen is 20.9. So I do have to do that. And then this one equals air volume divided by 100, so you get 1%, and then you do it times.
I like his voice actor. His
78.
voice actor is good for him.
So this should, in theory, go to 100% and then do 3 of those. This would go to 0.1%. This would do 20.9 of those, resulting in 20.9%. And this one will go to 1%, and this one will then go to, 78 of those. So now you have that. And what I now need to do is technically mimic an off, on, off, or up, down count within Lua. Because in theory, this would just give numbers. Like, this would just give out
wait, so we
percentages.
are getting to there.
But I can't really use these percentages. I have to let those percentages mean something. So this one just does that. Then I say another function on tick. If, and then we have an end. Of course, they don't know what this if. So basically, if bar less, is there a less than in Lua script? Or do I just use the thing like this one, or this one actually? If bar is lower than 1, yeah, right. If bar is lower than 1, you basically set number 3, so wait a second, this needs to be no, valve in equals output get number. Oh, I see him. Great. See, I have to do that. Valve out equals get number. Then to.
So, if we're getting to this, why have we already seen that? I don't know his name, but the fish guy, the proud guy.
Basically.
Guess they just introduced him earlier.
I don't know, reordering, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
So if the pressure
yes,
is less than 1,
the intro song.
how do I write this in Lua script?
There.
How do I say if bar is less than 1, then increase valve in, increase 2
There you
by
go. Fine. Oh, it's loud as well. Hold on.
Die gitaar klinkt super vals. Waarom klinkt die zo vals?
I know.
2 plus 1, or 0.5.
The epilepsy, hello?
And then, of course, we close the bracket.
This is also an interesting visual to me. Hold on, go back.
Technically, you don't even need to use brackets, but...
Because this symbol is very important in Berserk, but it doesn't come up until, like, way later. Like, I don't think this has any importance in this whole arc that this series does.
Ah, well.
plus
Unless
0.5.
maybe, I mean, you theorize that maybe they were expecting to also do the rest.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably it.
That could have been it, yeah.
Seems very likely.
Circle screen.
You do blazes don't do impact damage, do they?
I don't. Do they not?
Well,
No, that's
I'm
also
not
fire
receiving any
damage.
damage.
No, because that's also fire damage.
Yeah, but you only get damage by being set on fire, it seems. There's no, like, damage for getting hit.
Do they still do knockback?
So once you have taken... No.
Oh. So that's actually just that impact hit also counts as fire damage.
Yeah.
Which I guess does
If
make
there
sense.
even is a impact hit.
Well, yeah, because normally there is knockback.
Yeah, a little bit. Not much, but...
Wait, I'll put set number. So basically what I want to do here is do the output dot set number with probably with capital N, set number then we want to grab
What, like, was
bar
this actual entertainment in the medieval period?
one.
Not doing the hunt, just watching the hunt.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess.
Was 0.5 close. So in theory, this is bar less than 1 plus 0.5.
What are you doing?
Or I have to first get this one. Basically just
It's no use getting sorry. It's not much of a choice.
bar less equals 0.5. So bar less than 1. Wait, isn't it then a case of if bar less than, no, that's more, less than 1, then out, if bar less than 1, out, nope, output get or set number I guess valve in, oh wait, I still have to do that, set number open bracket valve in plus bar less. Oh wait, of course I have to close the bracket. Then it still trips. I guess I don't want bar less because then 0.5. Then expected near. Then end. Syntax error near end. If bar is, if I do this, and expand the close function line 89. So if I then do this, end sure if this works, but it might work.
That is not how I imagined this from the monk.
Hmm. Problem is, I don't have a ladder to get onto the roof. Lad. Go. Right now it just entirely flips on its side. Let me drop it to the floor. Move it in. Now it should spawn a little bit closer. And not flip. So do we have... None of them are at a value. I guess I want to add a pump. I'm just going to add a manual pump on top of here. From a port in the roof here. I want to put a gas relief valve in there first. And then a pump. You know, instead of doing this within the ship, I want to do this within a testing facility, sort of. Right, so I'm now causing a negative pressure. I am removing atmosphere from the pump. Of course, that fills it back up. Hmm.
Never been on a horse, but immediately sent to a hunt. Yeah, that's it. That
Oh,
seems fine.
she was only watching the hunt. She wasn't participating.
Yeah, but still.
Something isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. Probably because output... It outputs the number 1. It outputs on 1, but I want to output it on 2. So we have to do this. I simply didn't tell it to add the number. Like, I didn't tell it which valve to access. .8 atmosphere. See, at this point, a thing should have already gone off and say, "Hey, we need to add pressure."
Oh, also, in the manga, she says, "I've never been on such a wild horse ride before." So
Eh,
it was
Okay, that
a
is slightly
translation thing.
different.
Yeah, it was a translation thing. And yes, I have the manga here next to me for comparison.
Are you just reading along?
No, but like at certain moments, I just want to compare certain bits.
So, in theory, this valve should open halfway. In theory, it should do that. And then also this pump should turn on. So I should actually add 2 more pieces of logic to this one, making it slightly bigger. But I don't really mind that it gets slightly bigger. Because we call this one pump in. And this one pump out. Pump to add add pressure. Pump to remove pressure. And those need to be outputs, because these are outputs. Because we are going for the pump. That means I need a read on off. Which 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess 6 and 7 need to be used for that. It comes out of the Lua script, goes into 6 becomes pump in. There we go. Output this to 3. Pump in equals output get number 6.
This isn't about you.
Out input get number 7. I do like that the help is just for making Lua work with video. It is very clear that Stormworks wants you to do the dials and buttons and everything with the logic blocks, but it wants you to do the monitors with Lua script, because the only help is how to add stuff, how to draw stuff, how to, comps and input and output, properties, how to then then do some
I love
drawing,
the sound effect, just copy of guard.
do a map, do touchscreen data, Lua functions, and
Also,
telemetry functions, and meta primitives.
it just looks funny because he's like, basically because the screen is bigger, right? Because like, so this is what it normally looks like, where it's just his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks funny because it's now, it's
And
most of space.
So far, the logic is kind of weird. Also, I don't think I need these two at all. Nope, apparently I do. Function on thick and end needs to be added. Alright, I still do not understand where this comes from. Then, because what it's supposed to do... Wait. So here it is simply saying you have 1, you have 2, and then you output it together. Output on 1. So these 4 technically need to become something else, I guess. Technically output set number. I guess 2 is so the valve in will open up halfway. So 0.5 is simply if bar less than 1 plus 0.5. Of course, now it will grab that. So set number 2 will be valve in. Yeah. Then basically have to... I feel like you should be able to do it within this. So I basically want to grab... Well, I definitely want to grab bar to begin with. You want to grab your pressure, and if the pressure is below 1, so let me just casually delete all of this. So you just have your in and outputs and your variables. These, I all want those in one place. Yes. But I just want to know how to get that number. I just want to... Yeah.
He looks so different when he has his hair tied.
Why is my brain not braining properly? Like, all I want to do is make a scenario where if bar is less than 1, so if it goes below 1 atmosphere, or maybe 0.9, might be a better scenario, then I guess valve in plus 0.5. And then of course you have to add another end here because yeah, you have an if. Potentially I want to control X this, control V here, and 22 syntax error near plus. Is it because I have to bracket this and then do this? Syntax error near end. What?
Okay, hold on. I need to... They cut this out.
Syntax error near end. Where is my syntax error?
They cut
Where
this
is
bit
it?
out. They have a little joke
hold
for
on.
it.
Where is my syntax error?
What?
Syntax error near blank. I think the syntax. Where is it?
Is he just looking? Okay.
Hold on.
He is kind of freaky like that, I guess.
One of you two knows Coda, hopefully, or at least
No,
some.
I don't think so. Berserk, a lot of manga do this, right? They sort of break, you know. I was supposed to
wait,
break continuity.
it is Berserk that he's reading.
No, it's not.
Well,
Jim.
missed opportunity then.
where they sort of break the fourth wall or like break continuity for a moment just for the joke.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know a little bit of code, right?
Why?
I managed to get a syntax error near nothing. If Stormworks has an error checker, so you can check if your code has an error in it.
Okay.
And it just says syntax error near.
Okay.
Near what? It says it's in line 22. I'm in line 22. If I put end behind it to end the thing, it says syntax error near
Luke.
end.
Morgen kan niet. Dinsdag kan wel.
Where is it?
Dat ga ik aan jou vragen, want ik kan pas vanaf like 4:30.
Ja, nou ja, ik kan dus vanaf 10 uur.
Like this should
Avond.
this makes sense, right?
Dus ik denk dat we het een andere keer moeten doen dan. Of jij zegt ik ga dinsdag en dan...
I mean, ik kan ook alleen gaan.
If
Woensdag zei hij ook trouwens.
what if I delete this one? No.
Daar kan ik ook alleen pas vanaf 4:30.
So this makes sense to me. If bar, so if then oh wait. I do need to grab that one. If bar,
Anyway.
so then realize oh wait, if bar. Do I have bar in here? Yes I do. It's get number 1, so it grabs the pressure.
Actually, that's...
And then it reads
I don't
if,
think that... Well, first up, it likely wasn't... How do I say this?
it basically says
I
if-
don't think that joke means that Griffith reads, like, porn. I mean, if it's medieval, it wouldn't even be porn, right? It would be, like, informational.
a
No, I
slightly
think it would be
unbuttoned
informational.
shirt.
But... Like, it's purely for the joke.
Mm-hmm. That he is reading a manga.
But it's if
Well, it
then-
would be funny if they just showed an anime.
Well, they showed, like, they referenced Star Wars quite a bit, and, like, a couple of other, media.
let me look it up.
There's a Scooby-Doo reference.
Stormworks. I need
How
to
does
do spelling
Scooby-Doo fit in all
properly.
this?
Hold on, can I find that image?
Stormworks. If
I don't know what
then-
chapter it was in. I at some point sent an image of it.
Well, then I've probably already seen it at some point. But
Yeah. I guess I think I sent it to both you and Joe.
if then
oh well. No,
Lua.
let's just continue then.
Yeah, I'll find it later.
I don't wanna log into Steam right now. Yeah, Stormworks wiki. Yeah. Theory, variables. Yes, I know why that works. I just want to know. String, yeah. Tables. If. This and pump in true. Let's see. Yeah.
So here's my thing with this. This is like my thing with just Griffith in general, right? But this is a good example. How much of that is true?
Loops.
What?
Because he's saying like, oh, I did research and like the poison was on there, it was only purchased by this one guy. But he already looked at Julius as if he knew.
Yeah.
So how much of that? That's the thing, right? How much does he actually know?
What's more, how does he know stuff he's not
Statement.
supposed to know?
Yeah.
We're not to run. Yeah, if
And how
an if
much of
statement
it
is used to
then? Yeah.
decide whether
Yeah.
or not to execute code. That makes sense. That's what an if statement is. If true, greater than 2 equals greater than false. Less than 2. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah. More music. Yay. Don't you dare skip through it.
Dude, I can't with this fucking music, dude.
Why? It's only like slightly off key.
Near and. Syntax
Honestly,
error
my
near
main
and.
issue with it is that it just doesn't fit. Why did they do that?
I don't know. It's
Then
weird.
we ended here. So why is my brain not doing it right now? Why does code have to be so weird and annoying? All I'm trying to do is get it to say that if the pressure goes below 0.9, then set the valve in to 0.5, so it sets a variable valve to allow air in to half. So air can flow in. And I want pump in to get to true. But the annoying thing is, it says print. Like they use the word print in here as if it's to show something within a console. And then it tries to say, yeah, there's a syntax error. Where is it? Like, is it at the end of this because it's not supposed to be like that or something? Do I have to put stuff around here as well? Near then. Obviously not. I feel like this then should have this colors to indicate that it does something. And then I need to get rid of these two brackets because these don't really do anything. But then it shows a syntax error near plus, so it doesn't allow this code to run. And probably if I want to... I guess I can go to images to see if it has anything to show me.
Oh, I found the Scooby-Doo reference, by the way.
So basically, if
Here, there it is.
it's less than...
Of all people, it had to be you again. You know, that's when
Oh,
all
yeah,
this
yeah,
bad
you
luck
did show me
started.
this.
We had
I
quit
remember.
pirating.
So this... So
Everything
let's
was
put this
grand
here.
until you meddling kids robbed us of our very
Then we do
world of
this. It expects a bracket near this. Then syntax error near end. Then we're back at square fucking one. Why? Why are you like this, Stormworks? I'm trying to get a simple if statement done. Because it's simply if this little bit, and then basically if you do it like this, so you have your if statement and then your then statement. Do I still have to put the function on tick here? Tuck, no tick. And then an end. Right, so now it says on tick, every logic tick it will check if bar, so if this is less 0.9, then valve in, so this one, it will read that one is output get number 2, so it reads the output. Wait, what if I put get number 1? Will that fix? So output get number 1, which now needs to be on a separate thing. Won't this increase every time? Can I put like set valve in, then want to add 0, but it's really, you can just control Z in this one. Like Stormworks is really lacking in that department where you can simply say, oh, I don't want this, or oops, I made a mistake, I deleted everything, let me press Control Z. No, you can't do that. You have to redo it all manually.
That's kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
So if valve, then valve in, I guess I should add the bracket here again, and pump in equals true. So that's basically what I want, right? So if it's less than this, then add 0.5 to the valve. So you open the valve halfway, and you turn the pump on, so you push air through. But every time, if like, yeah, if then put another end here because yeah, with this one and a tab because that is basically this bit. But does it expect like that here? Then it shows us a syntax error there. Near plus. Like, why is it saying?
I guess it's clear he's not a trained assassin. That's bad because now they can identify him.
I currently find it really annoying that
Oh, he's like Batman.
Stormworks Lua is not explained clearly.
Batman is a bit more subtle with it.
Like,
Oh,
sure,
no, I mean when he kicked the thing.
it explains it
Yeah.
really well.
He just pulls it off gently.
What to do
Not when you're inside.
with a touchscreen, with a monitor, how to draw a map, what to do with that. But as soon as you want to do like actual, logic stuff. Like, you want actual code within your code. Since you want to write a proper script and you don't really have the knowledge, then all it says, oh well, this is how you get the numbers and this is how you then exit with those numbers. Also, isn't this going to create a loop where you have 1 equals 1, 2 equals 2. So let's say this is 1 and this is 1. And then the set number pulls out 1. Like it exits on 1. And then grabs 1 and grabs 1 together, makes 2. Now puts that on channel 1. But won't it interfere with the input? Because they're the same channels. Technically. Even though it's in and output. They might think, oh well, number 1, it gets number 1 here. Well, this number 1 is now 2. So that's now 2. So in 1 is now 2 plus 1, which is 3. Now it's reached 3 plus 1. At least that's what my mind goes to. Which why with each unique like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, and 12. But it then shows you, apart after that, it already shows you, alright, how to draw something on a screen. Then, oh well, these are the composite stuff. Like output set pool, probably. Like, then I guess I can then maybe like this, like output dot set number valve in 0.5. I guess that's it then. And then output set bool.
Right.
Then I want to do pump in true. And why isn't it allowing me to do this? But hey, it is allowing me to do that, so now in theory it should work. If I pump out the pressure, and it goes below 0.9.
Wait, I just realized, I think the statue's not a mermaid. That's weird.
So currently it is 0.9. In there is 0.8. It should open up to 0 to half. It should have done that. It doesn't. And I'm starting to get frustrated because everywhere I look, apart from like maybe a Steam something, but I have to log into that. And I'm gonna do that right now. It's just like, oh, I need help. There's like a Reddit post saying, oh, I need help with this. Like, alright, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna walk in, shut the door, and it already raised up all the way. I guess what I could do is... No, but the valve should open. If the valve stays closed, it doesn't work at all. Output set number valve in 0.5. What if I just say 2? And you say valve in equals 2. It still says no errors detected, but that's bullshit. That just means the code doesn't have errors in it, as opposed to it actually works. I guess I recently found a meme about it as well, showing somebody getting very frustrated at the code doing something they tell it to do instead of wanting it to do. Because I'm currently telling my code something entirely different than what I want it to do, and I want to find out what I'm doing wrong that causes the problem. As I said, if I open up this door and then immediately shut it, we're already this level. So I guess I should also put a pump with a couple of ports inside of this room. So, you know, I can actually alleviate the pressure from inside. Like, as you can see, the oxygen and the nitrogen is rapidly decreasing. Now, do I have player damage turned on? Let's turn player damage on, right? Let's see at which pressure I start, you know, going wrong. Like, there's very little CO2 in the air, so I practically don't have to worry about that. Right, I basically have next to no pressure in this room. I'm just running at 1/3 of our atmosphere right now. Wait. Oh, that's incredible. I could have a system that basically automatically kills everyone within the ship by locking all doors and then increasing the pressure to whatever I can get it up to basically crush everyone.
Like that's a high standard for a friend.
Yeah.
But it's also why, I don't know if you noticed, Casca has, you know, sort of has feelings for Griffith, right?
Yeah, that was fairly obvious.
But the thing is, she doesn't really love him as a person. She loves his ideals and his goals, right? She loves what he stands for.
Yeah.
So with his definition of what a friend is, she can never be his equal in his mind.
Fair. Yeah.
Which is sad.
Also a
But it
very
is
bad definition of friends, but
yes. Yeah, it kind of is when you think about it.
I'm low before I start to suffocate.
But it's also an interesting one. Because again, he does clearly care for the others. It's just like, I don't know.
So below 0.12 is choking. But it shouldn't have done that. It should have opened the valve, turned on the pump, and boom, done. But you know what? I'm gonna give this a little rest so my brain can slowly, you know, relax before I go to bed. So I'm just gonna deafen myself in Discord and then press a button. Because on that slightly disappointing note, I do want to end it here because I am tired and at the same time tired of Stormworks. Why doesn't it explain anything in the help section? Well, it does explain perfectly how to do a monitor, but apart from that, it doesn't explain anything. So yeah, if you like what you saw and see more of it, maybe if you like to see me get frustrated about Lewis Crypt, then make sure to let me know so I can work on that a little bit more. You know, so every bit of feedback is welcome, and all ideas are welcome as well. If I do something with them is another question, but you can always give me an idea. You can always drop those ideas in a Discord as well as on YouTube, where this will eventually end up. Eventually, I say. If I don't forget to upload. Sometimes forget to do that. But yeah, next stream will be Wednesday. Actually, that's an actual possibility. I have nothing planned that evening. I don't think I have some. Oh well, I do have something planned on Friday. So I think I'm gonna move that stream either to Thursday. No, I'm gonna move to Thursday. So tomorrow will be a weird week, but Wednesday stream will still be Wednesday. So yeah, that will be probably some more D-Roll Valley because I want that D6, but coal is expensive. And so is water if you keep the blowdown turned on. Whoops. And empty all your water when you actually need it. But those are concerns for Wednesday. I wish everybody a very pleasant evening, night, morning, afternoon, or whatever other time of day you live in. I have no idea. And from me, goodbye.